flip over the merchants, gain 2 blue contact tokens, and the thugs spend 1 gun to gain 3 red contact tokens. Let's see what the new cards are. We have Wreck Tank, Skyscraper, Radioactive Fuel, and finally Gasoline Drinker's Den. Okay, so I need some production cards, and none of them are production cards. I'm going to take this one though because it's a point. Wreck Tank, it's a feature building bonus. You gain 1 of them for each in your state, each Statue of Liberty symbol in your state to a maximum of 5. But either way, it's a point. Whether I build it or I use this, it's a point. I'm probably going to be using the deal. Okay, one of these 3. He gets Radioactive Fuel. It's an action. Spend 1 guy and 1 fuel tank to get a point. Okay, so out of these 2, it's a tough one. I don't have any bricks. I could use him to spend a dude and 2 bricks to gain 3 victory points. It's kind of a little steep, I think, considering like these guys don't have to do all that. But this guy will spend 2 fuels to gain 2 victory points, which I can do because each round I'm getting, the universal and the fuel. So I could do that, gain 2 points each round. Also thinking about this brick, using this as a deal to get in the brick. Then I could start rebuilding, which will give me a point and allow me to build new cards, which I think I should start doing. Since he's going to be attacking me around, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this for the brick. I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but this one goes to him. And then he draws 1 more off the top of the deck. And he has a refinery, which will give him a point for each gasoline symbol in his card, in his state, but he doesn't have any. Alright, so that was the lookout phase. Going to production. So I get 2 points. 1, 2. A gasoline, a gun, wild card, wild resource, 3 dudes, another gun, great contact token, and a card. And I got Thieves Caravan. It's an action. If I spend 2 dudes, I could take a gun, any resource from another player, maybe activate twice. It's not going to help me. There's no other player getting resources here. But I could get a wild resource if I make a deal with him. Or I could raise it for 3 wild resources and a card. We'll see. Alright, so I got to take one of these just so he doesn't get 4 points out of it. But is that really what I do? Should I just let it go and keep the guys, use them for something else? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend it on the thugs. Okay. Put it in my hand, which means he'll get this one. And then 2 points. Okay, then it goes back to me. Okay, I'm going to show you how to build now. Just debating on which one to actually build. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this universal resource as a brick. And I'm going to rebuild. So normally I'm going to rebuild the parking lot here. Okay, normally what you would do when you rebuild is you would have to replace the building you're building over with a card in your hand with the symbol that matches on the building. Okay, so like say I was going to replace the corner shop here, I could do it with the parking lot because this universal symbol matches. Or if there was another card out here with the gear, then I could use that and replace a building with the gear symbol on it. Whenever you have a building that is raised, it could be any symbol. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's like a universal location to build on. Alternatively, if you had one of these demolition tokens, you wouldn't have to worry about the symbols either. Alright, so what I'm going to do is build the parking lot here. I don't have to worry about the distance because I'm rebuilding. Okay, like this card here. Place the parking lot there. Gain 1 point for rebuilding, and then I gain the production value here, which is 1 gear for every gear symbol in my state. There's only 1, so that's all I gotta worry about. Okay, this gets discarded. Goes over our friendly Appalachian buddy here, and we have the negotiator. So we're looking for gas tank or stars. We got the stars here down at the bottom here. This has the highest distance. This one gets destroyed. I get a gun. That He's really messing with my chain here, my point chain. Alright, so that goes away. And he gets 2 points. That really sucked. Alright. Let's see here. I can't build anything because I don't have enough contact tokens to do it. Really should have spent them guns before he got me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend that for 3 contact tokens. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend 3 contact tokens to raise this. So I'll get 1 victory point and then 3 bricks. And then this gets discarded. Alright. Now I'm going to spend 1 brick to build. So I'm going to build the oil rig. Okay. I'm going to use this slot here, I guess, to build it with. Okay, now this is a production, so the one I took was an action. They can be built anywhere when you're rebuilding it. So I spent the brick, I get 1 point. Brick is discarded. And then I gain 1 gasoline tank for each one in my state. There's only 1. Grab him. This gets discarded. Okay, next, I'm going to spend 1 brick and get a point to rebuild over this guy here. Build the post office. So if I spend a dude, I gain 1 blue contact token. Okay, so that's the end of them. Next, I'm going to spend the gasoline to get 1 blue contact token. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend the guy, gain another blue contact token. I'm going to spend those 2 blue contact tokens to make a deal with this card, which will give me another point. Slide this down a little bit. Now you can have unlimited amount of deals, which is a little different from the first, the original, first version of 51st State. In the original version, there was a rule of 3, which meant you could only have 3 deals, you could only use a card 3 times, etc., etc. So now, I spent these 2 contact tokens to do that. My hand's really bad this round. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 contact tokens to raid this card here, which will give me a red contact token back, a worker, and a card. Okay, and the new card is Brick Supplier. Discard this guy. So I get 1 brick for each brick symbol in my state. If I spoiled it, I'd get 3 bricks. If I made a deal with it, I get a brick each round. That card did not help me out as much as I would have liked it to. Alright, now I'm going to spend a worker and a gun, gain a point. Now once we get to 25, the game will pretty much end. We'll see who wins. I think that's all I can do. Wonder if I should have worried so much about that. Just gave him the 2 points. I think I'll do that next round. Keep the workers so I'm a little more flexible. We'll see. Alright, so that's pretty much all I can do this round. So everything goes back to the supplies. Got new contact tokens coming out. Okay, so we got the merchants, gives us 2 blue. Punks gives us 2 red. Go into the lookout phase. Okay, so what do we got here? We have the quarry, Rick the merchant, the assassins, and the fuel tank. So the quarry will give us 1 brick during production. Rick the merchant will give us 1 blue contact token. The assassin will give us 1 gun. The fuel tank will give us 1 fuel. They're all production cards. Alright. None of them are gear either, which is kind of what I need to start building stuff here. Alright, I am going to take the quarry. Let's see what our friend over there gets. He gets the assassin. Okay. So, let's see. I think I'll take Rick the merchant. Ricky the merchant, yeah. Okay, which means he would get the fuel tank. And then his final card would be the bioweaponry, which is an action. Spend the dude and a gun to gain 2 points. So now we go into production, so I get 3 victory points. I get one fuel tank, one gun, one wild resource. Then I get another, get a gear rather, a iron for this guy here. Another fuel tank. I get 2 fuel tanks actually, because I got one down here. Okay, and this is a maximum of 3. Alright, so get 1 fuel tank for each fuel tank symbol in my state. So there's one here, it's 2. Alright, 3 workers. A gun. Great contact token. 1 card. Let's see what we get. We got the assembly plant. It's an action. Spend 1 guy and 2 gears to gain 3 victory points. Alright, this is going to be the final round. And I'm surprised how well we're doing. So let's see what we're going to do. I'm not worried about the card. I'll just give them 4 points with that right off the bat. What I do need is I need at least 1 gear so I could get some great contact tokens. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a gun to get 3 red contact tokens so I could raise a card a little bit later on. Alright, but that means we got these cards here. He's going to take 1 and get 2 points. You're supposed to do that, shuffle them and just draw one, randomly. It's whatever. I'm not going to grab either. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm going to raise this guy here. So I need 3 contact tokens to do so. I get 3 wild resources and a card. 1, 2, 3 card. Let's see what card I got. I got the brick storage. Didn't really need that. Alright. So, to feature a building bonus, place 3 bricks on this. I can use them whenever I want to. We'll see. It's good for the brick. Depending on what he destroys. Alright. Goes back to him. It's going to take the punks. 2 more points. Goes over to me. I could really use another card here. That'll help me do something. Alright. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 2 guys down here with 2 resources. That'll give me 2 points, which will trigger the end of the game. Alright, so the game will end after we're done the action phase. Alright, so as soon as either the dummy player or myself gets to 25 points, we can finish the action phase of it, and then whoever has the most points wins. For the dummy player, it is whatever they have. For the human player, it is 1 point for every location built in their state, added on to the total, and whoever has the most wins the game. Okay, if you have less than him, you automatically lose. But depending on how many points you have, it depends on what type of winner you are. And we'll get into that in a second or two. Okay, so let's see who he's going to attack. We pull out the car garage. Oh, this shit got tossed. So we're looking for a gun or this symbol, which I've never seen. So it's got to be something to do with the new era. And none of my cards have that, so I dodged a bullet that time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 universal token and 1 gear to get 2 gray contact tokens. Back to him. We got the wrecked tank. Statue of Liberty. None there. Dodged the bullet again. I'm going to spend 3 gray contact tokens to build the assembly plant, which will let me spend 1 dude and 2 gears to gain 3 victory points. Okay, so spend all 3 of these, and hopefully he will not attack this the next round. Alright, so here is his 3rd and final attack card. Ah, you son of a bitch. He got me. Alright, so that plant that I just built, I was going to get 3 points on, he destroyed. Alright. You flip it over. I get a gear token. I knew I should have held off. I got a little cocky. Alright, and he gets 2 points. I should have held off until he was done. Because all I had to do was wait, and then he would attack 3 times, and he couldn't attack again. Alright. You live and you learn. So now let's look through my cards here. Do I have anything that'll give me victory points? No. Now these aren't worth any points at the end of the game, so I want to build over that. That's for sure to get at least get a point. But let's see here. Trade in one of these. I'll use this as a brick, and I will rebuild this card with a brick supplier, which will give me a point. I don't have any more contact tokens. None of these will give me any points. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I can't raise it. I don't have a token. I think that's it. I was going to raise this to get another dude and trade them in to get a card. I can't do that. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's all I can do. Oh, wait, I got this. I forgot. Okay, what I'm going to do is use Universal to trade that in and get 3 raise tokens. Okay, then I'm going to raise this card here with one of these raise tokens. Get a gasoline and a dude. Discard that. And then I'm going to trade these 2 dudes in for a card. And we got the Confessor. If I build him, I spend 2 guns to gain 2 victory points. If I raise it, I would have got a victory point. But I can't raise it. I don't have enough. Don't have enough. That sucks. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. Alright, so that's the end of the action phase. Now, the end of the game, I passed 25 points. So, I'm going to count up our locations here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 5 additional points, and that's the end of the game. I've beaten them, surprisingly. So now, if we look in the rule book here, if I had 30 plus points, I got mutant. Or greater than 30, I get mutant. I think that should be less than 30. 30 plus is survivor, which is what I have. If I had 40 plus, I would have been human. I'm not even human, I'm just survivor. 50 plus is trader, 60 plus is soldier, 70 plus is cyborg, and 80 plus is grandmaster. So I'm a survivor. Just barely. So that was 51st State, the solo variant. You know what, I think I am going to do a final thoughts on this. So stay tuned for my final thoughts. I'll be back in a second. Get gaming, have fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.